Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video, we'll solve Leetcode problem 1221, which is split a string in balanced strings. The problem is we have given a balanced string, so which has two characters in it, a L character and an R character. So they will always be equal in count. So basically in this one, let's say you can see 4L and 4R. In total they are 8. So they will always be equal. There will always be 4L and 4R. In this one there is, see, 1 2 3 4L and again 4R, like this, so on. And they always arrange in a, not in a sequence character. So sometimes R is here, then L, and then all L together and R. So what you have to know is, what you have to find is, you have to make a balanced string. So in this one you can see there are 4L and then 4R. So if you take this 4L 4R, left hand side right hand side, they are equal, right? Equal amount, so it's 1. So one time you have 4L and 4R, equal amount of L and R. And then here you see you have a R comma L. So 1R 1L, it means one balanced string. Other one you have 3L and then 3R, so another balanced string. Then you have 1L and 1R, so another balanced string. Do you get it? So these are the three solutions. So basically 1 2 and 3. So you got 3 times, so you print 3 as output. So next time you see you have R and L, so one time R one time L, so you have one balanced string. After that you loop and you see 2R and 2L, so two balanced strings, then 1RL, so that would be third balanced string, and then RL again would be fourth balanced string. Hope you understood what's the problem statement. And if you still don't got it till now, what I'll do, I'll solve the problem here, and then I've already solved the problem on debugger tool, and I'll show you there how to challenge this problem. So let's start it. So what we have to do, so basically we are given a string S, and what I'll do is I'll create a variable count, right? So what I want to do, I want to count separately. I want to count the left hand side, which will be all the L, and then right hand side, which will all be R. Then I'll compare them and get the answer. So I'll create variable count L as 0. I'll create one more variable to count the R's, right, which will be 0 in the beginning, and I'll create a variable result. Now what is this variable result? This is the output which will print. So this will be a sum of how many times we have a balanced string. So 1 2 3 4, this will be stored in this variable result, right? And now I'll use a for loop. So I'll use for variable I equals 0, I should be less than s dot length and I plus plus. And inside this for loop, what I want to use if conditions and compare. So first one, I want to compare if s at I. So basically in the beginning it would be this one, let's say, right? Just for the example I'm putting it here. Let's say you have this string, so I want to say if s at I, so at 0, if basically if s at I equals to L, right, L string, then what I want to do count at L, and what I want to do is that I want to take that count at L and I want to add 1 to it. So I'll take count at L plus 1. So in this way I'll add 1 to it, and I'll know that I have the first L here as 1, right? Then after this I want to check one more thing continuously. So I want to check that if it's not this, then I want to check that if s at I equals to R. So we want to check both the scenarios, either it's L or either it's R. Then if it's R, then I want to increase the R variable. So count at R equals to count at R plus 1. And if any of this thing happen, then I want to check one more condition. Then I'll put the third and final if condition, which will be that I would say, okay, if count at R is not equals to 0. So it's not equal to 0 means that we haven't got one L or R value, right? So if this thing is not equals to 0, and think about the second statement now, what do I want to check? So I want to check if count at L, right, equals to, so basically if count at L equals to count at R, what does it mean? It means that there is one L string and one R string, which means that, or there could be 2L 2R. So it means that left hand side equals to R right hand side, which means L equals to R. How many L are on the left hand side or on the right hand side? What does it mean? It means a balanced string. So if this is the condition, that what I want to do it, I want to take that result and add 1 to it. So I'll do result plus plus. So this way my one result will increase. So you get it what I was trying to say. Every time you will loop, and then this result will only increase if they both are equal, right? So if this is the condition, then what I want to do is I want to get out of this for loop, and after this I just want to return it. So I want to return count variable, sorry, result variable, right? Because you want to print the result. So return result, and let's see, our solution should work. So yeah, it worked. And now what I'll do, I'll just show you a debugger solution of how this thing really works. So I'm using Chrome developer tools, and what I'm doing is I've created the same thing. I'm calling balance string and using this one R L R R L L. So in the beginning you can keep an eye on R and L. How will it check? So once I do this, so you can check. So I have called a variable check string. I don't know why, it's not of any use. So yeah, so variable count of L is 0 in the beginning, right? Then count of R is 0 as well. Result is 0. I equals 0. Yeah, so you got S here, which is equals to this, and then you check if S at I equals to L. So S at I is 0, right? Is it equals to L? You check, and then you say no, this is not equals to L. So don't do anything, go and check another condition. This condition you check, is it equals to R? So here it is. Then what will happen? This nothing happened to L, but this will increase by 1. So it did increase by 1. Then it went down and said, is count at R? If count at R is not equals to 0, which it is not, and if it is equals to count at L equals to count at R. So you can see count at L is 0, count at R is 1, right? So they are not equal. So don't add anything. Go and run the second loop, run the loop again, right? So here you got I equals 1. I is equals 1 is what? L. And you will know here, because it went inside the loop because the condition was true. Then it said, okay, you were 0, I'll increase you by 1. And then it increased it by 1, count at L equals 1. So this condition is obviously false because it's equal to L, right? It will shift, then this will be 1 as well. So now count at R is not equals to 0 because it's 1, and count at L equals to count at R. See, 1 equals 1. So which means one of the thing is true, R and L. This is one correct, see this one. This is one balanced string. So you got the first balanced string, and then what you want to do, you want to, if this condition is true, add the result by 1, result plus plus. You do it. So you go through it exactly like this. Next time you go and check for I equals 2, so 0, 1, 2, R. Then you do the same process again until the end. You do this and you get the solution. And if I do this, you got left 1, 5, right 1, 5. I've just printed it, how many times it went through it, and then you just print the result. That's it, which is 4. So output is 4 in this one. That's all for today's solution. Hope you liked it, and I also submit the solution and see if it passes all the test cases, which it does. We got a really good solution, and that's it. And if you like how I use debugger tool, then please comment down and I'll make sure to solve my other challenges as well using debugger tool. And yeah, subscribe my channel, like it and share it, and that's it.